podcast with yours truly, Trevor and Juan. My voice is really messed up, so please bear with me. It was a very long weekend.
It was a very fun weekend, you mean?
Great weekend, actually. Great weekend. How you doing, buddy?
I'm chilling. At least I can speak correctly.
Listen, I'm here. Listen, we take no days off, unlike Kyrie Irving's bitch ass. But we'll get to him in a second.
That was fast.
Nah, I had to get over it now. Fuck you, Kyrie. You're literally gonna fake an injury so you want to play against the Celtics out in Boston on Wednesday? Why? Because you're afraid that we're gonna boo you? Yeah, we are gonna boo you. You rightfully deserve. You're a fucking loser. You're not a leader. LeBron carried you to them championships. You should thank LeBron, kiss his feet, and praise the king. Fuck you, Kyrie. You're a bitch, and I hope you lose every single game forever. Rant over.
Huh. That made me speechless. Okay. Well, we had a very interesting week 12.
All right, I got you.
Let's just start this, shall we? There's gonna be a couple games we're gonna literally like rapid fire through because why are we talking about them? At this point, there's like half the league that are full of losers and we have to speak about anymore. So we're not even.
There's a lot of bad teams in the NFL.
Unless they did something interesting, then we'll talk about it. Otherwise, no.
I mean, interestingly bad or interestingly good. Like, they're bad.
Something to either make fun of or something that's actually pretty cool.
Oh, which we're going to make fun of somebody later on this show.
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. But I'm going to let Juan take care of that.
I can't wait for that.
The whole floor is yours about that.
All right, so I'm going to go through the games that don't matter right now and just get them out the way.
Okay.
All right? One of them is Bears and Giants. Bears won, cute, whatever. Mitch Trubisky's school sucks, ain't he no quarterback. Next. Steelers, Bengals. Both teams will have two new starting quarterbacks next week. That tells you something. Steelers win 16-10. Next.
And Mason Rudolph sucks.
Yeah, that too. Dolphins, Browns. Browns beat the ever-loving shit out of them. Cool, cute, whatever. You're going to win out a lot of these games and look mediocre when you actually suck. Cute, whatever. Yeah, next.
9-7 at best.
Yeah, that's what I called, by the way, at the beginning of the season. And I called exactly how it was going to go. Next, Bills, Broncos. Bills continue to win. Broncos suck ass. Cool, whatever. Bills have a wild card spot. Whatever. Next. Lions, Redskins. Quarterbacks like taking selfies instead of playing real football games. Cool, whatever. Let's see how that goes.
It's his first game, for God's sake. It's his first game.
And what quarterback? Dude, he didn't even kneel the ball to win the game.
Case Keenum had to come in there and kneel the ball for
because he was busy being a fucking teenager when he's like 20, 23 years old. Whatever you want.
The Redskins are a joke.
Like ridiculous. Cute, whatever. And you suck, by the way, so he had nothing to do with that win, but whatever. Next, Buccaneers, Falcons. Buccaneers beat them Falcons. Told you Falcons is trash, and there was no point in them winning. So hopefully they continue to lose and have a decent draft pick. But cool. And Jameis is Jameis. And that's all the trash games that we don't have to talk about.
Rapid fire.
Yeah, there's one game that's trash, but I kind of want to make fun of a certain team, so we're going to start with that. Okay. Jets.
The New York Jets completely dismantle who was once the AFC 6th seed at the time, Oakland Raiders. They destroyed them 34-3, I believe.
Yes.
34-3. Sam Darnold looked like Johnny Unitas in this game. I would say Joe Namath, but he sucks, so that kind of does him a disservice.
It does give him a massive disservice.
Yeah, disservice, because Joe Namath sucks and he's overrated.
Say it one more time.
He sucks and he's overrated.
All right, continue.
That's what I got to say about that. Jamal Adams was completely all over the field because
he was the messiah of football.
Yeah, he had at least like 2 pick sixes. Like shit, like goddamn, this killing over there. Robbie Anderson, who's not a number one receiver, was absolutely disrupting everybody. Just like was a long ass touchdown bomb. I'm like the Raiders, they wasn't even there. It kind of seemed like they were still sleeping because it's 10 a.m. over there. So it was like. But they had to come to the East Coast and be like, oh, well, we're not used to this. We're not used to this. It's not fair. You're a fucking football team. Get over it. You guys suck. That's what I got to say. And
they do, so they came back down to earth. What's funny is that next week they're playing Kansas City, so that's a great way to get into that game.
Yeah, a great way to lose because I think they're out of here. Oh, well. Josh Jacobs only had 34 yards. Derek Carr was absolutely horrible to the point where Mike Glennon, I didn't know the guy was in the fucking league. He played too. So
yeah, they sat him down. What's the point of him playing that massacre, risking him getting hurt?
Sam Darnold did pretty well. So yeah, and Braxton Berrios, expatriate, was one catch for a long ass bomb, and that was it because that's all he needed. Because listen, when Braxton Berrios is killing you, you know you suck. Because Braxton Berrios is not that good.
I'm not surprised that the Jets won the game at all. Like, I used a coin to figure out, to try to see who was going to win last week. Like, I knew this game was close.
I had the winning too, but not like this.
Lord.
Jeez, they beat the shit out of them.
That's fine. It's cool.
Oh, well.
All right, so that was also technically a useless game, like I said, but I just wanted to laugh at them for a minute. All right, now, for the games that actually matter, we're going to start with Jaguars at Titans, where Titans, once again, for the second year in a row, completely annihilate the Jaguars 42-20 because of one guy.
This is the inconsistency I'm talking about with the goddamn Titans. Some weeks they want to be trash, other weeks they want to be good. I'm like, come on. Derrick Henry absolutely fucked them with no Vaseline. It was bad. He was really, really bad. Like terrible. 159 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then Ryan Tannehill, who rushed 2 touchdowns of his own.
And threw 2 touchdown passes.
Like, come on,
He was a god.
He was absolutely, it was terrible. It was literally Jeffrey Dahmer all over again.
And apparently they couldn't stop A.J. Brown to save their lives.
They couldn't. No, absolutely not. So they're still alive in the picture. They're 6-5.
Yeah, they're literally right behind the Colts and Texans. Like, right there. Like, if one of them were to mess up, time's right there to take
the Titans could actually win this division, for God's sake.
They're in line.
So is it too late to go back on my original pick? Because I did pick to win the division.
No, it's not really. What will happen is I'll just make fun of you for the end of the season for going back on them.
Well, I can't do it because they're just too inconsistent for me. If Ryan Tannehill can lead this team to the playoffs,
Marcus Mariota,
you're done. Get him out of here. You're done.
I think they are.
Nick Foles was just Nick Foles. Like, he didn't do anything.
Nope.
I mean, I bet you that they wish he was in Philadelphia now. Maybe he could have helped Seattle. He could have helped them against Seattle, but maybe that wouldn't have helped either.
DJ Chark, who was killing the league with Gardner Minshew, got 5 catches for 38 yards.
Yeah. Leonard Fournette, less than 100 yards. 2 scores, though. He scored, though, so it wasn't as terrible.
He had 36 touches overall. He had 24 on the ground and 12 on the pass. Targets. He had 9 catches for 60 yards.
It was really bad, though. It's a bad game for them.
Yeah, but this is the second bad game. You know what I mean? They didn't play well last week either.
Well, the Jaguars are just...
So, I wonder, maybe changing quarterbacks was not such a good idea. I don't know.
I mean, you're paying Nick Foles like fucking...
Which is a bad contract to begin with.
It is a bad contract, but they were desperate.
For a backup quarterback.
Listen, they had a backup quarterback cheaper with Blake Bortles, so why not?
But he didn't play like a backup. He just straight
trash. But hey, it is what it is, though.
It is what it is.
So you can enjoy Nick Foles for the next 5-6 years.
They should have traded him. I would have. And develop Gardner Minshew.
Yeah. Next game, sir.
Next game is going to be Panthers at Saints in a ridiculously great slobber knocker. Saints with the game-winning field goal, 34-31.
It was great. The Saints actually, this says more about the Saints than anything, that the Saints should have lost this game.
Yes, they should have.
They should have lost this game. But, Sly Cooper, the kicker of the Panthers, that's not his real name, but his name is Sly, his last name, but Cooper, why not? It sounds kind of cool. He missed a big kick in overtime that ended up giving the Saints back the ball.
Stole their hopes of winning that game.
And also, I think the referees really hate the Saints.
I love it.
I love it. You know why I love it? Because, this is your fault. This is all your fault.
Yeah.
Sean Payton, this is all your fault. It's the pass interference calls that were reviewed this year was like 0-87 this year. And they didn't call it, and they ended up saying, well, we're not going to call it anyway, and it's going to go against the Saints. So fuck you. So here you go.
That basically was like a big middle finger to them, wasn't it? The ref said, you want to do this? All right. They trying to pass first. I'm giving it to them because it's you.
Because it's you.
You started this. You made us look like shit even though we sucked anyway. Your fault. So you know what we're going to do?
Fuck you, Sean Payton.
Right? We're going to give this to them. And they lost anyway.
and we're basically giving them the game, and since they're so trash, and they've ruined a great game by Mr. McCaffrey, who completely is literally holding his team on his back. You ruined it for this man, and you should be punished. The referee's about to give you I won, and I didn't take it. So, oh well. Saints win, but they was not convincing at all.
It wasn't. Their defense did not play well at all. They were missing Marshawn Lattimore, though, their best corner, so that's a little bit of an excuse. Kyle Allen had a bounce back game for the most part. He did miss a few throws, but him and DJ Moore is an interesting duo. So I guess that gave the Panthers fans and maybe the organization a little bit more hope for Kyle Allen in the future for 2020. I still think he ain't shit, but I mean, it's their organization. They ain't got nothing to do with me, so they choose what they want. I just don't think he's it, and they should at least draft another quarterback, even though they have what's his face in the backfield.
Correct.
I forgot the rookie's name, but yeah, is it Greer? That's what they have. They got Greer, Will Greer, I think.
Will Greer is not a rookie. Will Greer, wait.
Yes, he is a rookie.
Oh, yeah, yes, you are. You're right. Will Greer is cool. Yes, you're right.
That's what they have, the third string.
Yeah, Will Greer, yeah, from West Virginia, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess they're waiting for that to see if he's pop up. But that's that game. When they get Marshawn Lattimore, the Saints should play better defense. So it'll be all right. All right, we'll go through half of the Cowboys and Patriots game. You want to know more Patriot insight, you'll see the next episode on Patriots Play.
The Cowboys lost again to a playoff team, the New England Patriots. First of all, this was, in my opinion, the Cowboys situation. It was a great defensive effort, but unfortunately, it will be remembered by Cowboy fans, mostly Cowboy fans in America, that the phantom calls. Yes, the phantom calls were bad calls. The tripping calls were horrible. They shouldn't have been called. But let's be honest, even if he didn't get called for it, there was no guaranteed y'all would have went down and scored touchdown anyway, because Dak's been horrible the whole game. They were running the ball very well. I don't know why he stopped for. So I don't know. It was just Jason Garrett. The play calling in this game for him was horrendous. Like why? Like why are you trying to throw the ball in inclement weather, trying to force feed Amari Cooper when Stephon Gilmore, aka the best seat quarterback in the league, is completely put him in a blanket like he's a ghost. Like literally he's a ghost. And just blanketed him. Jason Witten dropping passes, old ass dropping passes. I bet you he wouldn't drop no, I'm not gonna say that. That's a very terrible joke. And I was gonna stop myself right there.
He did drop passes.
A lot of balls.
I feel like I've never seen him drop passes before this.
It was bad. And Ezekiel Elliott, even though he was running the ball well, they stopped running the ball and all this stuff. And like, damn, why?
I mean, he ran okay. He ran like a workhorse back. Like it wasn't like explosive, like.
No, I'm saying, but it was enough where to move the chains. That's the only way to move in the chains.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He wasn't bad. But that wouldn't have won them the game anyway. At the fact that you scored 9 points and you want to cry about referees, like really? You didn't execute on offense at all. Your best drive might have been the one drive that they scored a field goal on.
Yeah. Like
the first drive, that's it. Like you guys were not good. You were horrific. You got locked up. You can't accept the fact that y'all got clamped.
And then special teams, oh my God.
Yeah.
That was probably the worst display of special teams. Now, don't get me wrong. The Patriots have been absolutely amazing on special teams, being able to score and force turnovers on special teams. But this was bad. Like, you were so confused about what the Patriots were doing on the other side of the field as far as that. It was like, the way they lined up is mad weird. We never seen this before. That's terrible coaching. Like, Jason Garrett, the coaching staff over there, what are y'all doing? Like, and then they called timeout because they couldn't line up right. So many times, like, delay a game. I'm like, what are y'all doing? It was bad. This was a winnable game for the Cowboys, and they squandered it because that's what the Cowboys do.
Yeah. Jason Garrett. To the point where their owner and / general manager is starting to take shots at him now. I wonder there'll be a change. No, they won't.
I highly doubt it. But he should have been gone years ago. But, as for the most part, it's bad. It's really bad.
Yeah, so now, I wonder if that is going to get any more MVP praise now that he finally got locked up. The era of calling his praises before that, and people talking about he's going to light up this defense. Now they got locked up and blanketed. I wonder if we hear anything about it now. Probably not.
The crazy thing is they got to play Buffalo next on Thursday. Against that defense, even though it's not as great as New England's defense, but
still pretty damn good.
It's still pretty damn good. I don't know. Tre'Davious White. First, you got to go from Stephon Gilmore. Now you got to go to Tre'Davious White locking up Amari Cooper. So it's like, damn, what's going on?
Yeah, I know.
Not easy at all. But the Eagles didn't help y'all cause because they suck too.
And next game.
So that's why you probably make the playoffs. But maybe not because the schedule gets harder.
Next game, Seattle goes right into Philadelphia and wins one.
The defense played well enough.
17-9.
The second game in a row, the Eagles have basically wasted a great defensive effort on the Eagles. 17 points. You held Seattle to 17 points. Last week you held New England to 17 points. But the receivers on the Eagles.
I don't even know who half of them were.
Now, granted, all three of their star receivers were injured, and they had like Jordan Matthews. He fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And
some guy named Ward played. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is.
Ward.
And then the running back was Jordan Matthews was hurt too. They had 6 offensive starters out for this game, but Seattle was basically just didn't have to do much. They didn't have to do much because they wasn't just messing with y'all. Like, ugh. It was bad. And then Carson Wentz, they said, oh, but Carson Wentz doesn't have no help. I'm like, you're getting paid. You at one point you were the highest paid quarterback for doing nothing for half a year. Half a year you was the MVP. Half a year you get hurt, and they paid you for it because they showed you're gonna choose you over Nick Foles, but you're not playing like $100 million man.
What does him not having help have to do with him missing throws though?
Yeah, first of all, he's doing ducks. He was doing
like,
ducks.
What's that gotta do
like
with
it was
that?
bad. Like I don't know if his confidence is kind of messed up or
yeah, like the play that everybody's pointing to when he missed Miles Sanders Dolos open on a fucking wheel route. What does that have to do with him not having help when you're missing a wide open receiver? And then there was another play before that when he had a Miles Sanders again opening a wheel route earlier in the game, and he didn't even look towards him, and then took a sack when he had the running back wide open. Like, what does that have to do with having no help? It doesn't. He's just whack right now. He's trash. I don't know what's up with him. I love the guy. He's really good. And we know the potential because we've seen him at his best before. We're just hoping that that's not the peak. But as of right now, the last 2 seasons is looking like he already passed his peak, which is a major problem for the Philadelphia Eagles. But don't come out of nowhere and say he has no hope and cry about that when he sucked. He sucked. Just be real about it. As simple as that.
Yeah.
Come on. I like the guy.
Russell Wilson played well enough to keep his MVP lead, intact for now. But after the game that happened last night, he may have to worry about. He needs to have better games because
he already, what's his face already has passed him at this point. You know how people are because what happened last night. But he had the same type of game that Brady had, where people were just dropping every freaking pass from left and right. I've seen like 2 of them where he had such a beautiful dot. Like one to DK Metcalf, who Jesus Christ, he had a really bad game.
Dropped the touchdown pass, literally dropped it in the end zone. I'm like,
he finally ran a real route, a deep post, and Russell Wilson put it right in the money, and the dude dropped it from nothing. I said, come on, dude. Like, that's not the game that Russell Wilson had. So his quote-unquote shit numbers doesn't have that much to do with him. That is when you have no help. When you're making the right play and they don't make the play, that is somebody who doesn't have any help. Not Carson Wentz's case.
Who has the same issue as fucking Danny Dimes, who can't protect the football. It's like, he fumbled the ball and they returned it and he recovered it.
Oh, okay, I forgot,
The next play, held the ball too long, fumble, a turnover. See, I gets the ball. I'm like, this is the exact same play.
He fumbled 2 plays in a row. Carson Wentz, by the way, we're talking about.
Yeah, Carson Wentz. I'm like, listen, man, it was bad, but.
It was a bad 2 games.
Luckily,
almost as bad against New England too.
Luckily, the Eagles play in the NFC East this year, and it's bad because they
play most of them in the next coming weeks.
So their schedule is favorable. So which means that they got to play Dallas one more time.
It's the point that they could lose to Dallas and they still might win the division.
It's unlikely, but
it's unlikely, but it's possible. That's how easy the schedule is. But if they're playing like this, they're not sweeping the Giants. I'll tell you right now.
I agree.
If they play like this, they're not sweeping the Giants. Giants are going to take 1. I'm telling you right now. All right, 2 more games left. Let's go. We're going to go Mondays first because I have a nice special present for the Sunday night game. Ravens absolutely just, like, this was like watching somebody in the alleyway get hopped for money. Like, that's what we saw last night.
This is like
Ravens beat the shit out of them.
This is like playing Madden on rookie mode. That's how bad it was. First of all, I'm going to say this. I said this on Facebook, and I don't give a shit. The Ravens, yes, they beat the Patriots a couple of weeks ago. They beat the shit out of Houston. They beat the shit out of the Rams. the Rams are prove something that we already knew already.
That they're not shit.
They're not shit. Their playoff run last year was a fluke. They shouldn't have even made it to the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl proved that they weren't ready. They should have been there anyway. And you're frauds. They're frauds. You paid Jared Goff all this money for what? Todd Gurley got paid all this money, and he has the fucking knee of a fucking 75-year-old. It's fucking terrible. Like, and you know what it is? The Rams are really not a good organization. Then my thing is this: is that there are Rams fans in LA. Like, I've seen a lot more Baltimore Ravens fans there.
Of course.
And you couldn't even sell that fucking stadium out. And my thing is this:
a few empty seats. Yeah,
a lot of empty seats. That stadium in the Coliseum feeds about 100,000 people in there. At least 100,000 people. And you want to go to a new stadium in LA, the $6 billion stadium in Inglewood.
Yep,
and
playing
both
like this.
The Rams and the Chargers came and filled up their own fucking stadiums. How's that gonna work? How is that gonna work? That's one. Two, Jared Goff. Horrible. You know what? I hope Aaron Donald leaves this fucking team. Because
I don't know. They're gonna pay him like $350 million.
That means that, listen, if they pay, I hope he leaves. But knowing them, they'll overpay for him, which
is funny because he's one of the best players in football, and
so
overpaid for him.
You have Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, Brandon Cooks who can't fucking catch a ball, and you have Aaron Donald.
Another buyer's remorse, Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, Brandon Cooks.
Sean Payton and the Saints passed up on him. Bill Belichick and New England Patriots passed on him. Y'all didn't get the memo? Like, if Brandon Cooks was good, do you really think the Saints would have got rid of him, but they could have had him and Michael Thomas? But they got rid of him.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, but they got rid of him for a reason. Again, look at the Patriots' quote-unquote receiving woes now. Well, they would have gotten rid of Brandon Cooks if he was good. Of course, the Patriots, they're cheap as F when it comes to receivers. So they probably would have. But, I mean, like, with both of them, though, like, that's not a coincidence.
He had a lot of big drops in 2017. A lot of big drops.
And then got fucking tombstone out of the Super Bowl. Like, he's unreliable and isn't all that. He's a speedster. Okay, cool. But he's not a number one. And there's a reason why two top-notch organizations got rid of him. So Rams, good shit.
Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp are 1 and 2, and he's not even the number one receiver on his team.
No, it's Cooper Kupp, and it's not even close.
And he's getting paid like one. I don't know. I'm telling you, I guarantee you, Cooper Kupp will be gone. They're not gonna be able to pay him. So he's gone. And we said about the Rams. They suck, and they're not gonna make the playoffs. So
hell no.
They figured out Sean. This thing. They figured out Sean McVay. They figured you out. It's time to do something different now, buddy. Belichick was the blueprint. They figured you out. That's it. The Ravens, great win. They play the 49ers next week. Now, people were telling me I was crazy for this. I'm like, listen, I am not entirely sold on Baltimore. I'm not.
Me neither. Well, y'all know that about me.
I'm not sold on Baltimore. If they beat the shit out of the 49ers next week, then I'll be like, okay, I get it. I'll start to respect. I'll give you a little bit of respect.
Okay.
But to worry, no.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say this right now.
Go ahead, buddy.
I'm going to declare this right now on the air. And then when 1 month hits, I want y'all to remember this, whether it's to make fun of me or whether it's to bow down my feet. All right? Okay. How many times have we seen quote-unquote dominant teams like this over the years and they come up short?
Kansas City last year. It's literally
the Broncos in 2013, the Patriots in 2007, the Patriots in 2012, the Patriots in 2011. Okay, our own team, we've seen this over and over and over and over and over again.
You could argue Patriots 2015 as well.
Patriots 2010, they went 14-2, had the New York MVP, and what happened? They got shellacked
by the Jets.
So, okay, Packers in 2011, right?
That probably the worst 15-1 team ever.
Right? Panthers in 2015. Shall I go on? There's more. I can give you more.
I give you more.
Right? The Colts in 2009.
1998 Minnesota Vikings. 15-1.
I can go. I got more. So, 2001 Rams.
The 2007 San Diego Chargers. 14-2.
The 2009 San Diego Chargers. 2006 San Diego Chargers. We could go on all day about this. But the fact of the matter is, we've seen stories like this before, where you get a team who does something off the box, unorthodox, out of the blue, and start steamrolling teams because no one knows what to do. It's not proved unstoppable. It's just proven that no one knows exactly what to do. Like, if you watched last night's game, the Rams didn't know what the fuck they were doing on defense. Let's be real. They didn't know what the hell they were doing. There was one play, dog, where Lamar Jackson stepped back to pass for once. And instead of having somebody to sniff him out because they know that he's a runner, the entire middle of the motherfucking field was open like if Moses just put them out. And what did he do? Run for 25 yards, set up a touchdown. Plays like that not supposed to happen for a team who actually looked at game tape. So they don't know what the fuck they were doing. So that's why I don't care about what happened last night. They know what they were doing. The Rams didn't know what they were doing. So that doesn't impress me. It's the same thing with the New England loss, to be 100% honest. New England didn't know. This was the first game where Baltimore brought out this system because they weren't like this before that game. So I'm not impressed with that one either because no one knew what they were doing. So I don't really give a shit what y'all did. Texans, too, didn't know what they were doing. Plus, they're undermanned because they lost their best player in J.J. Watt. So they didn't know what they were doing. They couldn't do anything. So I'm not impressed by this. I've seen this for the last 12 years of me watching this sport. I've seen teams like this come and go. And I'm calling this right now. You are not winning a championship. I'm telling you right now. Not happening. With this short bus NCAA offense y'all running, not happening. I'm calling it right now, November 21. Is it 26? Yeah, November 26, 2019. The Baltimore Ravens will not win Super Bowl 54. I'm telling you right now. They might get to Miami, maybe, but you're not winning it. I'm telling you right now. Especially since there is a high chance you will have to play the Patriots or the 49ers a second time. So you could beat the Patriots once. You may beat 49ers this Sunday. You will have to play them twice. With this offense, unless you know how to throw the football, which is what I'm waiting to see from Lamar Jackson, which he has not even been close to proving yet. Until you can throw in the pocket, you are not winning. That's simple. And that is a common fact since 1950 to 2019. Not happening. So until he sits back and throws, which I know he can't, I can't wait to see his demise. And I don't hate him because I actually love his development because last year he couldn't throw at all. It was to the point where he would throw ducks on some shit. But now, when he has an open pocket, I've seen him make a couple of easy throws. Okay. But when the weather gets bad, when it gets really cold, when you're going against a top-notch defense, can you throw the football? Because I guarantee you that running shit is not going to work. That will get locked up.
It's not fucking happening.
So I'm just letting y'all know right now. Until he throws that football, you are not winning no championship with this bum-ass offense.
Yes.
That simple.
And I think we have one game left, I believe.
I gotta do this rant again. Shit.
So not only do you get two rants, one from me earlier and one from Juan literally the seconds ago. You get another one because they flexed this motherfucking game out to prime time. This was a prime time game, a potential NFC championship game. The 49ers absolutely destroyed the Cheeseheads Green Bay Packers. And Juan has something to say to all you Aaron Rodgers apologists who said that he's the best thrower of the football, who said he's the GOAT. He has something for your asses right now.
Oh, yeah, because I've been ranting about this son of a bitch since 2011.
You've been pissed him off now.
Oh, man, I love that. I'm finally be able to rant about my most hated player in sports history.
Who's not LT, LaDainian Tomlinson.
Oh, it's not. It's this motherfucker right here. The most overrated football player to have ever stepped foot on the field. Because this guy just jack shit. He's a failure compared to all the greats that are ahead of him. Like Brady, like Manning, like Montana, like even Marino. I'll go as far as saying Marino. Because that guy had jack shit throughout his entire career. And that guy made the Super Bowl and put his numbers up. This motherfucker here has been taken care of for the most part his whole career and can't do nothing. Well, there's also a certain guy that his career isn't better than also that also put up that same uniform. Oh, Brett Favre. That son of a bitch right here in Aaron Rodgers. overrated as fuck. How is it possible you're a top-notch quarterback? A top-notch quarterback, and you throw for 100 yards.
100
And I don't want to hear that he got sat down or whatever. He didn't get sat down with the third quarter. He played a half.
Yeah.
He only had 100 yards passing from 20 completions and 33 attempts. This is the first time in his career that this has happened to him. 2015 against the Denver Broncos, he put up like 70 yards passing. How in the fuck is that possible? That you're a top-notch quarterback and you can't even move the ball to the 50? How? This doesn't happen to Brady. This doesn't happen to Manning. This doesn't happen to the greats. So why is it compared to those sons of bitches? Now, you're trying to tell me that his line is and shit. So question, bro. Question.
Okay.
Ready? 49ers, they have a certain team in the division called the Seattle Seahawks, right?
Correct.
Does the Seattle Seahawks have a top-notch offensive line?
Absolutely not.
Do they have a middle-class offensive line?
It's okay.
Right? I don't even know to go as far as say that. But didn't Russell Wilson play better than this?
Yeah.
And beat him?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, now, another one. Same division. The Arizona Cardinals. They have a quarterback, Kyler Murray, right?
Yes.
Their offensive line, is it top-notch?
Oh, it's shit.
Is it middle class?
It's horrible.
Is it even in the bottom third? It's barely even that, right?
Yeah.
Didn't Kyler Murray
Almost beat them twice. Yeah.
So then what the fuck is the excuse about the offensive line? Another question. One more?
Please, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So back to Russell Wilson. Do they have a top-notch receiver?
Seattle? No.
No, right? Tyler Lockett is all right. DK Metcalf apparently can't catch shit, but he's not running a go route. Last we all predicted, right? All right, so let's go to see back to the Cardinals, right? So Kyler Murray, is that top-notch receiver?
He has an aging legend on his team.
Yes. So if this was 10 years ago, he would have a god. But that was not 10 years ago. It's 2019.
Of course.
So he's not a top-notch receiver. He's very good and very reliable, but not top-notch. Not Devontae Adams.
No.
You know, arguably the best route runner in the league. Huh. That's interesting. But
Interesting.
They either gave the 49ers a run for their money or they beat them, right?
Correct.
Huh. So I love that those excuses that all the Padres were giving just went out the fucking window right now.
Yeah.
Huh.
Rob Parker.
Right?
You guys gonna say?
No offensive line. No receivers. They got away from the running game. You know, the running game that's carried that offense the entire season.
Yeah.
Huh.
And the defense is soft as shit.
It's soft as shit. But, you know what, again, that doesn't stop great quarterbacks from still putting up numbers and putting up points, right? You know, like the Brady's of the world who has done it for the first half of this decade.
Correct.
He had no defense. Drew Brees, it was even worse, has put up numbers. You know what I'm saying? Who's had some playoff appearances. You know, he's not perfect. You know what I'm saying? But he's done it, right? I mean, Peyton Manning's done it for the entire Indianapolis stint. Never had a great defense. But he made 2 Super Bowls with that, right? And won one, right?
Correct.
Put numbers. You know what I'm saying? Beat top-notch teams. Didn't he beat like a great Tampa Bay team like 15 years ago? Came back from like 30 to like whatever the fuck the score was and beat him Monday Night Football. All-time defensive team. He beat him. So then what's your excuse? What is your excuse? You know what it is? It's nothing. You cannot play well against top-notch teams. And it's been that way your entire career. Why? Because you ain't shit. That's why. It's just that simple. Everybody else can do it, but you can't. Like, what the fuck is the problem? I don't understand why people can't see that. Don't get it. I've been saying this forever. And I will tell you that I'm one of the biggest Aaron Rodgers haters you'll ever see. So I live for moments like this. Live it. I love it when he gets his ass whooped. Even though he's not even crazy. And mind you, I actually love what he was doing this year. Because he wasn't doing his old, you know, little ballerina fucking damsel in distress tendencies where he snaps the ball and runs around on purpose. So act like he was in pressure, when as a matter of fact, he caused the pressure he was in, and it makes a stupid throw. But then instead of him standing in the pocket like he's supposed to, he can't do that. You know, like Mr. Mahomes in the other side in the AFC, who does almost the same things, except he completes those passes more. You know, they're the same thing. But the thing is that I actually like Mahomes because he's not this overrated fuck. But that's either in here or there. His road record's god awful. He can't win on the road, as you can see here, as you can see from the Denver game I told you about before. You know, he can't do it. Last year, he was trash. Went to New England, got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it why, to this day, you've watched this guy for 8 some odd years since he won a Super Bowl, and you see the same story over and over and over again, and y'all still continue to give this guy excuses. I've never seen it in sports ever. Never seen it. Don't get it. But This guy continues to prove us haters and us, level-headed people, not me, others, right. And you continue to live in your own bubble. Well, Green Bay fans, you continue to live in your own bubble and continue to be ringless with that bastard on the center. While us, like me, haters will enjoy to see it. While my great quarterback, even though he's old as fuck, still winning. Whatever. I'm gonna leave that there. Hope you guys who are level-headed or haters enjoyed that. Because even though I'm hating, I'm speaking truth.
Well, you heard it here. So, this was a great episode, actually. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It was. I love it when I curse people out that I hate.
Yeah, so you got 3 rants in one day, in one episode. This is great. So, like I said before, you'll like us, share us, subscribe us. We're on YouTube. We're on iHeartradio. We are on Spotify. We are on iTunes. And yeah.
Stitcher and Google Play.
Stitcher and Google Play, yeah. We're on those too.
Yeah, we always forget to mention those.
Yeah, we do. Shout out to the Google Play. Other than that, most importantly,
yeah, we gave you a lot of material to share today. So I mean, whether you want to make fun of it or use it as ammunition for your stupid fan friends, you can go right ahead and use it right here. Just shout us out and tell us if you used it or not.
Yeah.
And if you don't like what I said, please, for the love of God, come at me. I have a lot more information, a lot more studying that I showed today that I already did to argue against anyone. Please come at me if you don't like what I said. Whether it's for the Baltimore one or the Aaron Rodgers one, please come at me. I can't wait.
Well, that being said, we guys have a happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, and most importantly, from me, fuck you, Kyrie Irving. You're going down on Wednesday on a fucking fake injuries and shit. Fuck you, Kyrie.
That reminds me. All 3 episodes should be uploaded tomorrow, Wednesday night. Since Friday's day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, I don't want to be recording and uploading shit late. No. So all 3 episodes will be recorded today. We're both recording, and everything should be uploaded tomorrow, Wednesday night, I hope.
Yes.
All right. So with that all said, we love you. Peace out.